Hello and welcome back everybody to Let's Play Total War Attila, Age of Charlemagne as the Emirate of Cordoba. Last time we took a bunch of settlements from pretty much sworn enemies, the Tafia of Zaragoza. Today we're going to continue doing the same, more or less. I said I was going to get a new microphone. I realized this. I realized that I have not delivered on my promise. That is clear to me. But I also realized that there is nothing I can do. That is out of my hands. It is I do not control the German postal service. So there is quite literally nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry. I'm expecting it to get here next week, probably like Monday, Tuesday, something like that. But that does not matter too much right now. You know, one video more or less. We demolished a church or a cathedral in Braga, which they're still pretty happy about the general state of affairs. We're going to convert this into nothing because we're going to demolish it, and we're not making a huge amount of money, which is why something should be done about that. The Scourge of the Abbasids and the Swords of the Preserved Tablet, they are going to attack Lugo. And considering this is such a tiny amount of troops, I'm going to auto-resolve in a balanced stance. Again, I cannot get over him stabbing a dude with a mace. It's just... we lost like 28 troops, nothing. Let's imagine that they surrendered. Lugo is now ours. We have Lugo and Santiago. One more settlement to go, and here is our first real battle, shall we say, in the war. There we go. They decided to retreat. I don't blame them. There we go. Okay, I shouldn't play this because, look, I mean, we're going to attack them and we're going to lose like 2 or 3 men in the fighting, but it's the only military force that we've encountered thus far, and it's worth it. I think just for the... Well, we have to have one battle to remember this war by, right? Because we just took over most of their territory and we didn't have a single fight. Plus, this way we can ensure that the general gets a little bit of experience. Well, a little bit of more experience because we're going to have him attack people. This army has a huge number of heavy infantry and a decent amount of cavalry. So it's a big army with a lot of punch to it. Okay, perfect conditions. I don't quite like the map because it's like they're gonna deploy, well, oh yeah, I really don't like the map. You know what, it doesn't matter too much though. We can deploy like this and have our archers be on like this ridge here. That would be quite nice if we can have the archers deploy like so. I think this would be quite awesome. As awesome as this looks, they need to be like down here. These guys can go here, because then we're going to grab these two and this and this. Okay, I'm maybe a bit silent. I'm going to try and speak up a bit. I'm just setting up the army here. Let's see where the cavalry goes. 2 on... Is that... Yeah, it is. It's like a tiny little piece of mountain terrain there, so they can't... They can deploy here, but they can't deploy there. They're going to go probably around, so they can stay up on the hill. You can stay here, and the general can go in this sort of valley here. It's not really a valley, it's like a dent in terrain. These here are for scouting purposes mainly. And then we're going to add 3 blocks of spearmen in the back as reinforcements. Not a traditional deployment, but it has to be like this because of the terrain that we're dealing with. Let's wait for the enemy to come to us. Civilians may... Yeah, we don't have any civilians here, do we? So... Nah, maybe like... No, not even in the ridgeline, so... Let's see how they look like from like here. This looks fairly superior to me, okay? Of course, the Andalusian infantry, we've seen plenty of them. Actually, do they change with armor? I don't think they change with various armors that we... various armor upgrades that we put on them. Are they going to move? They're not going to move, are they? No, because they tremble before our superior numbers. That's what the game said. Let's move up then. Do like that, but don't run. Do that, but don't run. Do that, but don't run. You're going around. Okay, now I'm going to cut until where the army reaches their location, because it's going to be boring to just watch them march across, even at ×3 speed. And they took their sweet time, but they're getting there eventually. I just realized something. They don't have any archers, they have just spearmen and melee armored swordsmen. Actually, melee armored, mercenary armored swordsmen, they recruited mercenary units. I don't know what's going on with Zaragoza. I mean, their armies are not present at all. I expected a difficult fight from them. They just appear to have disbanded 2 of their 2020 armies, or at least one of their 2020 armies. The other one, I'm not sure how big it was. Maybe it wasn't 2020, but it was pretty big, and maybe they lost it in the fighting. I don't see that happening. But then again, what do I know? They're gonna do cavalry maneuvers. I expect them to do as much, but see, this is light cavalry. We have tier 2 and tier 3 cavalry, so we're gonna do this. Just have at them. Gonna have at them as well. Yeah, they're not gonna let me. They're not really gonna let me do too much arrow skirmishing or whatever, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a fair bit of damage, even at this position and at this range. I managed to draw away their mercenary heavy swordsmen, and am now hitting them in the back with all manner of missiles and yeah, watch your language, I know. All manner of missiles and arrows. We shall then proceed to charge down the enemy and actually get the archers to fire at them, if at all possible. Like, everyone in their army is now routing. You don't have to engage that soon. Actually run away from them. It's gonna look stupid, but I'm gonna try and kill as many as possible with arrows. Because I don't fancy fighting heavy melee infantry exactly right now. You can use heavy shot as well, because they're, well, heavy units, you know, heavily armoured and all that. You can get back into the fighting like that. Circle around with cavalry, and they're broken. We've won. Let's go and chase down the last few enemy units if at all possible, and chase these guys down as well. Make sure the archers aren't firing, and there we go. How many did we lose? A couple here and there. Well, that's entirely to be expected, and you know, it's fine and dandy. Couple of units left here and there, bit of cleanup, and the battle is won. It was never really in question. I did not want that to happen. I'm sorry. We may be shooting at our own men. There we go. It was never in question whether we were going to win or not. It was just try and get experience for the general, and it was the only fight that we're going to actually have. Or the only fight that we had thus far against actual constructed enemy units and not just garrisons in towns. So you might be wondering why I'm not sure why we're not having any. You might be wondering why we're not having any. Yes, there was a jump cut. Yes, someone was at the door. Shh. You might be wondering why we're not having any major fightings and any difficult battles, because well, there aren't any really. I mean, no, really, there aren't. I'm gonna take on warriors. I didn't see any serious enemy troops, any serious enemy movement to put myself in a position of, oh, we're gonna fight someone, we're gonna do some serious fighting. That there hasn't been any opportunities, shall we say, to do so. Yes, these are Christians, right? We won't have Christians in our army. Actually, we will, because part of our population is Christian, and it's not exactly possible to not have Christians in your army. But we won't have entire Christian battalions, I think, unless there's like an elite endgame unit that's entirely Christian from like our lands, which is a bit unlikely, but if it happens, I'm very happy either way. Go up here, because they are not exactly happy with the situation, so you can try and make them a bit happier in the long run. There were some messages, weren't there? Resource gained, timber. Excellent, excellent. Let's end the turn, because there's nothing else to do. It was a brief little battle. I'm going to try and take the next settlement as well, and then I'm going to end the video. Again, the navy, this Frankish navy, is just, I don't even know what it's doing. The income's not doing great, but I imagine as soon as we take over the rest of the provinces of our enemies, it's going to sort itself out rather nicely, and we're going to do some more construction, I imagine, fairly soon. Food shortage resolved. Yes, I know. Chapel demolishment completed in here. Now we have construction, well, land to construct stuff upon. What is your food like? 70, which means you don't need food here. Surface mines. Yep. Industry. It's a clear conversion. You're converting happiness into money, which is actually way deeper than I thought it would be. But isn't that the way of life? You're converting happiness into money. You can remain. You actually no, don't remain in Lugo because Salomon is happy. 3 massive armies are moving in to the city, and someone is besieging it already. The Duchy of Aquitaine is besieging it already. I'm gonna try something that's gonna be a bit risky, but we're gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna attack, and I've got no idea what's gonna happen. But that's gonna happen next time. Right now, let's do a bit of construction. There are 2 mosques here, one in Leon, one here, which makes me think we should demolish this one. There's a lot of buildings providing public order. Let's build a farm. Construct anything here? Not exactly, no. We don't have any money. We don't have any more money, that is, do we? Well, it could have gone better, but it appears the Duchy of Aquitaine has, and the Duchy of Gascony as well. And is this? This is Barcelona. Yep, there's been some weird border movements. Barcelona is actually doing really good. They're our next enemy, probably. But it appears the Duchy of Aquitaine has beat us to Oviedo. It looks like they're gonna have to let them take it. What's our relationship with the Duchy of Aquitaine, by the way? So there is the Duchy of Gascony, who's at war with Barcelona and Zaragoza, and is trading with the Duchy of Aquitaine and has a military ally in the Duchy of Aquitaine. So it's actually these 2 duchies that we have to worry about, and we don't have exactly great relationships with them. Yeah, actually they're pretty bad, both of them. What about Barcelona? What's my relationship with them? Non-aggression pact, and they're at war with these 2, and they're trading with me. So yeah, we're not going to target Barcelona yet. What we're probably going to do is, after they get destroyed, we're going to attack the Christians. Now, I'm gonna mention something really quickly here. In CK2, we're in these parts of the world, like in Spain, as soon as Spain and Iberia, all of it, and Aquitaine fall under Muslim rule, the Crusades start as like an alternative history thing. I'm not sure whether that will happen here. If it does, that would be amazing, fun and challenging. If it doesn't, then oh well. But if Aquitaine, all of Aquitaine falls under Muslim rule, which is like in France, the Pope starts a crusade prematurely, if you will, because you know the Crusades didn't start at this time, but they will, because Muslims are taking more of Europe than the Pope is comfortable with. I suppose we can phrase it like that. So yeah, we know that might happen. I won't be surprised to see a Crusader army land somewhere, is what I'm trying to get at. If it doesn't, then great, but I won't be surprised to see that it does. Maybe it won't. Again, it's just a DLC. It's not the entire game here, which you should always be mindful of. That is just dealing with one DLC, not an entire game dedicated to the Age of Charlemagne. So I don't know. I think there's a chance that the Abbasids come as well. Last time we sent our diplomat and it ended happily. I think it was a dice roll, and we won that dice roll, which was great. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So you can stay there for now with Toledo. We have no more money, which means this is what we're going to. Try again. Sorry. This is where we are going to end turn. The Spears of Truth. Our truth. So they have light troops. Can we move in maybe a bit closer and see something else? Nope. They're a big army. I have 3 armies. It would be a shame not to attack them immediately, and I think I might do that. Again, just let me check one more thing before we end the video. That's the Duchy of Aquitaine. Do I have anything with Aquitaine? Nope, I don't have any relationship with them, so I may declare war on them. Gascony, though, is down here, and they might choose to attack me. So if I do attack them, it's going to need to be like a blitzkrieg through to here and through to there to stop them from taking over Zaragoza. Because they can take this, I don't really care too much about it, it's just one minor city, but if they take over Zaragoza, we have a problem, and a serious one at that. So, actually, what's the... Yeah, see, just 2 units of garrison here, while in Zaragoza we have a bit more of a serious garrison and something workable, you know. We also have onagers, so it's a lot more defensible there. But yeah, this is it for now. We had a successful battle, and we took over Lugo. So, next time we're going to do Oviedo, I suppose. Here's my hopes. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but maybe, let's say the Spears of Truth attack Oviedo. I get drawn into the fight, and maybe I can rush to the town centre and take it over before Aquitaine does. Does that make sense? If I don't get called in to the fight, then they take it over, they take losses, I engage, the city's half demolished anyway, so it's much easier to take over, and I have like 3 times their numbers, so we leave the minor army to calm down Oviedo, and the rest of us charge to the right here, to here, and to here. That's probably what's going to happen. In other words, we're going to have to backstab Aquitaine. But that's next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name has been Juggernaut. Please remember to like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I bid you farewell. Bye-bye.